everybody. What's going on, Coach?
What's up, everybody in Big Things Land? Tip of the cap, Big View shirt tug, and we back at it again, Coach.
Yes, sir. I want to give a shout out to my Taste Creek Commodores, baby. Yes, sir, doing big things. Unfortunately, we tied this week, so it didn't really help me.
Fortunately for you, I'm rolling pretty good, Coach.
Yeah, I was supposed to make up 2 games this week, but Oldham County, I put my chips in. I had 1 chip left, and Taste Creek doubled that up for me. So appreciate y'all, Taste Creek Commodores. So, Coach, let's look at the standings real quick. All right, well, I didn't make up no ground.
No ground to be made up, Coach. We got a lead, and we know how to play with a lead, baby.
All right, man.
You know what I'm saying? But I might throw you a bone in a couple weeks, and I may let the coin do the picking. I'm going to flip a coin, y'all. Special trick. I'm going to pick a coin and let the coin decide.
Well, man, you know, this is the second week of the playoffs, and this will be for the district championships. Normally, by now, we'd have brought on our guests, you know, especially the preseason, and then we like to bring them on again, but things got a little squirrely. But we want to welcome on our man from Herald leader, Mr. HL Preps, Jared Peck. All right, man. Jared, before we get started, you know, let's just kind of recap the season, man. What stood out for you this season as far as our area?
How good LCA is and how much of a mission they're on. That team has really put it together. Xavier Brown is having a year like we thought he'd be having. You know, he's been highly recruited for a while, but he's kind of been used in kind of multi-purpose back and stuff like that, and that's held his numbers down. Well, he's getting his carries now, and he's also can catch the ball, but he's lights out. And the other thing that stood out to me is how Boyle County handled Douglas. That was a shocker a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it was.
Kind of shook my faith a little bit in Frederick Douglass overall, and I'm not sure about them going forward. I really like how Woodford County's playing. Mm-hmm. Those Yellow Jackets, they can defend.
Yes,
they can move the ball.
Yeah.
I've seen them play a couple times, and they're really, really good. You know, Sayers had a good season, just in a bad district for them.
Yeah.
Mercer County's got to go up against Christian Academy Louisville this week, and they didn't handle that well last time. So I'm interested to see if they can make a game out of that. And then, you know, in 6A, Bryan Station is really, you know, that wasn't just a one-trick pony last year. Bryan Station is still really, really good, and I like how Dunbar has come on here late after a really tough schedule that people probably don't appreciate. Looking at their record, they played some pretty tough teams.
Now, you talk about the Frederick Douglass thing. How much do you think, you know, the Fayette County schools, you know, hampering them with the schedule kind of hurts them in the long run?
It doesn't hurt their RPI because all those teams that they have to play every public Fayette County school. Mm-hmm. That's part of the deal, just being in Fayette County, that's a requirement by the district. So it doesn't really hurt them RPI-wise when they play. Now, competition-wise, Bryan Station gave them a good game. Taste Creek should have probably given them a better game than they did. It would be better if the rest of the city schools could play with them. But I don't know what they can do about that. You know, last year they were able to sign one more team, or they got to North Hardin to come to town. They did sign Boyle County this year, so they know that they had to bring a big dog in to play. But I don't think, you know, their district doesn't help them. Grant County and Montgomery County can't hang with them. Great Crossing might be able to. They're better this year, but their district doesn't help them out either. So that's just a really tough thing. But you've got to overcome. Like, some people have to overcome really tough districts. Sometimes you have to overcome the obstacles that are in front of you. And their obstacle is they've got to be able to get up for playoffs after a season of playing 1 quarter or 2 quarters of football.
Gotcha.
And that's tough, but if they are who they say they are, then they're going to have to do it.
Exactly. I want to talk a little bit about narrowing the gaps. You mentioned Frederick Douglass and the rest of the city. Do you see that gap narrowing between that talent and the rest of the city? Is it starting to catch up? And then my second part of that question is the gap between Scott County and Great Crossing. Do you think that was a 1-year type deal this year was the year Great Crossing had, or do you think that gap is also narrowing up in Scott County between those two teams?
I think right now Bryan Station has narrowed the gap to Douglas, and that was just a couple of turnovers away from being a really close. That was a close game. Bryan Station scored in the second half, and they were right there.
Yeah, they were.
And if they don't put it on the ground, they fight that out to the end.
Yeah.
You can't give a Douglas, just like Douglas can't turn over the ball. Bryan Station can't turn over the ball against Douglas.
You're right.
You're
right.
And then I think West Johnson's got a really good thing going on at Dunbar. They can play run defense. It's just a matter of they have to get all the pieces lined up and everything going well for them to get up to that level. They're not there yet. That's clear because they got blown out by Douglas this year.
Yeah.
As far as Scott County and Great Crossing, this is probably Great Crossing's best chance at catching Scott County. It was this year. I mean, they should have had that game.
Yeah.
We'll see what Ricky Bowling can do to keep building that program. But when you lose a guy like Caleb Perry,
it's big.
that's going to hurt. I mean, maybe they can still play, but Scott County's got people coming up too. That community has adjusted to having two schools, and they've got two football programs now. But Scott County is people ask about like why is Scott County down? They're 6-5 or 5-5 for this season. I was like, who are they 5-5 to?
Right.
Franklin County.
Rough
They've lost to some teams that were on a heater. Like this is the best Lexington Catholic team in a decade. That's a really good Lexington Catholic team. They lost by 1 point to. And the Douglas team is just a different deal. And we'll see what they've got this week.
And they gave Ballard everything they wanted.
They gave Ballard everything they wanted.
They always do, though.
Yeah, Scott County is fine.
Yeah.
And he feels really, he was talking about after the game last week that he feels like he's got a bunch of good players coming up.
Yeah.
He thinks that they're going to be ready for just about anybody in the next few years.
Yeah.
And he's excited about it.
It's good.
All right. One more thing before we get out of here, as we look at the playoffs, just to kind of let everybody know, this week we will have district championships. And then after that, everybody is seeded by RPI. So the only chance that we'll have the Varney Douglas Woodford County matchup would be the semifinals. The final championship game. So outside of that, what do you see for our area as far as the playoffs? How many teams do you think we have a chance of getting to Kroger Field?
I think LSCA is getting to Kroger Field, and they're probably going to face Beechwood again. In 3A, I don't see Mercer getting past this week. 4A, Boyle County is probably going to be there. I mean, they're going to get – Lexington gave them a really good game a couple of weeks ago, but Boyle County is really good. I think Franklin County, people like went to sleep on Franklin County because they lost to Corbin and then they lost a couple more. But Caden Moorman is the UK commit.
Yes.
That dude can run, and he can do a lot of stuff. He took a ball away from a player last week in their win in the end zone. Franklin County is really good. They should be in the semifinals, I think. If Douglas takes care of business, I think Douglas can be in the semifinals, and we'll see what happens, who they get, and how they respond. That Boyle loss, they've got to respond to that. Douglas cannot turn the ball over against good teams because they already commit a lot of penalties, and there's no stopping that. They commit a lot of penalties every single week against everybody.
Wow.
But they're able to overcome that because they're so talented.
Right.
But they can't overcome that and turnovers.
Right.
They turn the ball over, then they're vulnerable. I'm hoping they play a clean game and take care of business. And I'd love to see that Woodford County, Frederick Douglass championship game.
That'd be a barn burner right there. Buddy.
That would be something.
Yeah.
And I think Bryan Station, they're probably drawn up against. If they win out, and they're going to have to maybe face Dunbar or whoever beats Dunbar. They were right there until Coffee got hurt last year.
Yeah.
And I think they're balanced enough this year. They can throw it. They can really throw it. Not just kind of throw it. They've got weapons all over the field, and they can really run it. So there's at least a semifinalist, I think. Now, it's going to be tough to get past St. X. And, I think they get to avoid Mayo in the semifinals. But they're going to get St. X. And they probably feel pretty good about their chances against St. X. I think St. X feels pretty good about their chances against Bryan Station. But we got to get there first.
Yeah, got to get there first, baby.
Well, Jared, man, we want to thank you, man. So this week, where you going to be at? So everybody looking out for me, man, on the sidelines.
I'm going to be at Bryan Station, Madison Central.
All right. Well, Jared, we appreciate you coming on, catching up with us, man, and doing the great job that you do as far as high school sports. I know you just got done with volleyball and soccer and everything else and getting ready for basketball. Hopefully we can catch up with you before basketball season starts and find out what's going on in the region. And thanks again, man.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Good stuff with Jared, man. I love when Jared comes on, a wealth of information and a lot to be looking forward to as far as the playoffs when we get going further into these playoffs.
You know, Jared is like our version of Adam Schefter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's in the know. He's plugged in. He's experienced. He's done this a long time. You can really tell he is passionate about high school sports in general.
Yes.
Just in the region and in the state. So
yes.
Every time we get a chance to get him on, man, it's always a pleasure. It's always a treat to get some of that inside information, man, to get some of his knowledge just about, about what's going on in the world of high school sports, man.
Yes, sir. HL Preps at Twitter if you want to follow him, y'all. Check him out. All right, Coach, man. Here we are, round 2 of the playoffs. All right, Coach, man. These games are for the district championships. And after that, like we talked about with Jared, they'll seed everybody according to RPIs, and then we'll have the regions and the semifinals and the state championship games in the weeks to follow. So, for Big Things County in round 2, first up for 2A, we've got Danville at LCA. Now, last time these two teams played, LCA won 56-14. Coach Doug Charles has got, like you say, a train that's on the tracks, and they are rolling. This is a well-oiled machine, Coach LCA, man.
Next stop, Kroger Field.
All right, Coach.
LCA, man.
All right, in 4A, we got Lexington Catholic having a great season. Like you said, one of the better teams Lexington's had in a while. They'll be going to Boyle County. Last time these two teams played, Boyle won 16-10, Coach. Do you see any chance for Jack Goldman and the rest of the Lexington Catholic Knights to band together and joust the Boyle Rebels?
Man, LCA had a good year. At the end of the day, man, number one, I can't get past that thumping Boyle County put on Frederick Douglass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Impressive. That was impressive.
Yeah, and I just think that, man, I don't see them losing to Lexington Catholic, man.
All right, so we ain't gonna have like in a Game of Thrones, you ain't gonna get the Mountain to come in and champion for them or nothing like that.
So unfortunately, they got to fight this battle on their own, buddy.
Yeah, I'm going with Boyle too, Coach. All right, in 5A, we've got 2 district championships in Big Things County. First up, we got Scott County versus Douglas. Scott County won the second battle of the Birds and took care of Great Crossings. Now they've got the Frederick Douglass Broncos. Last time they played, Douglas blanked them 35-0. Coach McKee has got his team. You can tell they're peaking.
Yeah.
They're in playoff form. Like you said, you had the Boyle County debacle for Douglas.
Yeah.
Do you see Scott County, Coach McKee, them doing anything?
Man, like I said, this is the Godfather McKee's time of year, man. This is where he primed his team for. Man, unfortunately, he just got a tough draw with Frederick Douglass, man, and they seem like they've late had his number. And I don't see that changing this week. I'll go ahead and take Frederick Douglass for the win, man.
Yeah, I think we just got too many horses for Frederick Douglass. All right, the other 5A matchup.
So wait a minute, you taking?
Yeah, I'm taking Douglas.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking Douglas, man. I mean, right now I can't. I gotta go chalk right now. You know what I'm saying? The next 5A matchup is West Jasmine versus.
Give me one vote.
Hold on, just for my pick, I just want y'all to know, man. I was in Kroger getting some things, and I ran into a guy who graduated from Woodford County, the Mad Jacket. And he said, Coach Truck, let me pick this game for you because he got some inside information. So I'm going to let my man, the Mad Jacket, pick for me. Here he is right now.
Thank you, Coach Truck. Listen here, brother. There's a lot of people that's not believing in Woodford. They're like, oh, you guys haven't played anybody. And old Woodford was undefeated, but it doesn't matter. My man Dennis Johnson came in, took over, and look at the things we're doing now. Woo! You do not understand what's coming at y'all from the Woodford County Yellow Jackets. I just want to make this pick for Coach Truck and let him know, and everybody else know. As he says, we winning, we riding, brother. Nobody knows until you get these pythons wrapped around you, Woodford County big fellas. Thank you, and keep watching Big Things Kentucky.
Who is the Mad Jacket?
What about that? Hey, thank you, Mad Jacket. I appreciate your pick, and I agree, Woodford.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Woodford!
Oh, last time they played, Woodford County beat West Jasmine 60-14. Just more information. All right.
West Jasmine, I guess, a good year.
All right, Coach. Anyway, on that note, now we move up to the big boys. 6A. Up first, we got Joe, Bryan Station defenders, who squeaked out, but they didn't squeak out a game. They had a goal line stand and stopped Madison Central, and then got the interception return. So we got Bryan Station. Last time they played, it was 21-13, taking on Madison Central.
Yeah.
Madison Central took all my chips. Y'all took all my chips. I'm kind of mad about that one because they beat Oldham County. Coach, man, do you see Madison Central getting revenge?
Coach Dish and Coach JT over there, y'all tighten up that defense now. A little too close for comfort last time. They start driving the ball. You got to tighten up that run defense, man. But you know, I'm still Station Nation. I'm still riding Station Nation, baby. Give me Station Nation.
Yeah, I'm riding with Bryan Station on this one too, Coach. All right, man. Also in 6A, we got my Taste Creek Commodores, baby. Appreciate you for doubling what I had. They going to Paul Laurence Dunbar. Last time these two teams played, Dunbar won 35-26, Coach. You know, I got some inside information from a Taste Creek staffer who says that they going to get this game.
Yeah, I seen they.
So I don't know, Coach. I'm just, what do you think about this one, Coach?
Man, Coach. This one right here, man, it's the one you may be able to make up a game on or whatnot, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm giving my chips.
I would flip a coin on this one if I had a coin, but I ain't got no coin. So I'm going to have to go with what I know on this one, man. You know what? Give me Taste Creek.
Taste Creek, this man picked y'all. And I got on the shirt. And Paul Laurence Dunbar started the season as the favorite. And didn't nobody give y'all a chance. It's been people on Facebook saying y'all was going to lose 8-9 games this season. So nobody's believing in you, Taste Creek. So I'm finna put all my chips together and I'm pushing them to the front of the table. I'm going all in again. And this time, baby, Dunbar for the win, baby. Let's go, Bulldogs. Coach, I'm taking this one. You gonna give it to me? I'm taking it. Let's go, Dunbar. I can't believe you picked Taste Creek.
Yeah, man, I just feel like maybe they can squeeze through one more. You know, squeeze through one more. They're young, but they feisty. They fighting. I doubted them against Henry Clay the second time around. And I'm trying to talk myself into that, making a good decision now.
Yeah, it don't matter.
But I done stuck with it, so I'm riding with it.
It's on tape, man. I'm not changing it.
I'm riding with it.
I'm taking this one, baby.
I'm riding with it. Let's go, Taste Creek.
Well, Coach,
Marcus
man,
Underwood.
We do want to give a shout out to Bullet East and our man, Coach Ethan Ashley, who's always helped us out. You know, he's with Bullet East. They had a great season, but unfortunately, they in the district championship game against Mayo. And the last time they played Mayo beat them 55-14. So, like Coach Ashley say, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? His time is coming. I believe in him. Good luck, Bullet East. But yeah, We ain't got to pick this one, but I'm just going mayor
I
on
ain't
this
picking
one.
that. For what?
But we just want to give a shout out to Bullet East and Coach Ashley on a great season that the Chargers have had. Well, Coach, man, great show. Jerry came on, got us right for the playoffs and everything, informed everybody, let everybody know what's up. You picked Taste Creek. I appreciate it. One game closer.
Hey,
Coach.
man, I'll throw you a bone if I got to, but not so fast, my friend. I don't believe that's the easiest bone as you making it out to be. So we'll see how it is. I mean, you know, I'm confident about Taste Creek, man.
No?
That's a 50-50 game right there. I mean, you act like they just gonna run through.
Yeah, so
You know,
I'm just saying.
run
And
through
I also
man.
want to appreciate my man, the Mad Jacket. Thanks a lot again for that pick. Well, Coach, anything else before we close out?
Man, real quick, shout out to, if I don't know if you realize or not, the Parks and Rec Youth Football Championship was this past Saturday, man. Congratulations to the Ravens, man, over their organization. They swept the city, man, won all 3 age groups. So congratulations, Q, Keezy, all the rest of those guys, Ray, all the rest of those guys over there with the Ravens, man. Excellent job, excellent job. Congratulations to those young men who was able to go ahead and, again, man, sweep the city. That ain't something wasn't done since yours truly did it with the
I was right there
with the
with you.
Bearcats,
I was right
baby.
there with you, Coach.
With the
I was part of
Bearcats
that
did
one
it,
too.
man.
Yes,
So,
sir.
you know, hey, you welcome to the club on behalf of the Bearcats.
Once a Bearcat, always a Bearcat.
You're
Coach.
right. Once a Bearcat, always a Bearcat, baby. You know.
Well, shout out to our man, Coach Bew, doing his rehab. Some of y'all may have seen the posts on Facebook. Coach Bew's working hard. Coach Bew, keep working hard, man. We looking forward to seeing you at the desk.
Coach Bew two-stepping out there, man. Got over there high-stepping, two-stepping, and all type of stepping over there, buddy. Coach Bew gonna get back on his bicycle here pretty soon, man.
Yes, sir. Well, as always, want to ask you if you live in Donor, cameraman's favorite cameraman.
Hey, man, to the general returns.